Of former Greenville County Sheriff Will Lewis. It was a year ago Lewis was convicted of misconduct of a public officer for misusing his office and county resources to pursue an affair with an employee. His attorney is appealing that case. 7 News' Ann Maxwell has the latest.
Lewis has been out on bond since November of last year as this appeal makes its way through the system. In May, his attorney filed this brief claiming the law under which he was convicted is too vague. In September, the state filed this brief in response, saying the jury's conviction should stand.
On October 25, 2019, a judge sentenced Will Lewis to a year in prison after he was convicted of misconduct of a public officer. Lewis is trying to have that conviction overturned. Less than 3 weeks into his sentence, he was released on bond. The judge said by the time the appeal was decided, Lewis would have served his full sentence. In May, Lewis's attorney Rock Wise filed their first appeal brief. It states, quote, "The statute under which William D. Lewis was convicted provides any public officer whose authority is limited to a single election or judicial district who is guilty of any official misconduct, habitual negligence, habitual drunkenness, corruption, fraud, or oppression shall be liable to indictment." Wise argued that this law is too broad, making it an unconstitutional violation of due process. He wrote, "Under such a vague concept as misconduct in office, corruption, oppression, fraud, or habitually negligent, the act committed does not even have to be criminal to break the law." He argued that everyone's definition of misconduct in office would not be the same. The state responded in a 55-page brief filed last month. Government attorneys, including Attorney General Alan Wilson, said the statute was clearly applicable to Lewis's conduct. They also argued that it was not too broad and doesn't apply to the private conduct of public officers. The state said that whether the law is constitutional was never decided upon by a lower court judge, so the issue shouldn't be addressed in an appeal.
The state attorney general's office declined to comment on a matter pending before the court. In Greenville, Ann Maxwell, 7 News.
Lewis's attorney did not respond to Ann's request for comment. A spokesperson for the state attorney general says those initial briefs have all been filed in this case. Once final briefs are filed in November, the Supreme Court can hear the case after that.